UK-based Nigerian lady has destroyed everything that she has worked for with one decision that she took. This lady, she was studying in university in the UK. She could have lost her life and she endangered her child. This is a story that a lot of people can learn from. We're sharing this story not to mock this sister, but to share so that other people can learn from her story. The lady's real name is Joy. She is 47 years of age and she lives in Kent in the southeast of England. Joyce, before that incident, she has never had any problem with the law before. In fact, she was described by the judge as a person of good character. Some people are saying the devil is at work here. How did a woman who hasn't committed any crime before now have criminal conviction and she has publicity for the wrong reason? Frank is my name for those seeing my face for the first time. On this channel, we share the latest immigration and diaspora news to inform and educate our community. Thank you for joining us today. Joyce is somebody who was described in court as a single mother. She said mitigation for her action was because she was a single mom who was going through difficult times, the stress of being a single mom, and on top of that, she was studying in university as well. Now, this lady, one fateful day, according to the information that we have, she spent the night with her friend. That was on the night of the eve of bank holiday in May. A couple of her friends came to see this lady. Joyce, she had a good time with her friends to the point where they were drinking Jack Daniel and other lovely drink until the very late in the morning. Joyce, in the morning, her child then went to meet her and said, "Mom, I want you to drive me to the train station for me to catch my train." Joyce remembered that she has been drinking the night before. Instead of booking an Uber for the child or looking for a taxi service for the child, she then decided to say, "You know what? I'm going to take my child to the train station so that I can get a train." Remember, this is a mother who was under the influence of alcohol. She is not supposed to drive. Her child that she loves unconditionally, as she claims, as mom, we believe that she loves her child unconditionally. So she felt the best way to show love for her child is to tell her child to come into the car while she's still under the influence of alcohol, and Joyce decided to set off from Kent. She was driving. She was just driving. Police then saw this lady. She was swerving, driving 30 miles on a 50-mile road. She was driving, swerving the car from one place to another. The officers immediately knew that something was wrong with this lady. She was driving. They stopped. They were following Joyce. When she went through the Medway Tunnel, according to the police, they were driving Nissan Duke, red Nissan Duke. They saw her around the A228, and she was looking they were worried about her. Her actions endanger other road users. As soon as the officers then managed to tell Joyce to stop, Joy struggled to even stop, according to the report. The officer said she was hitting the curb. She was hitting the curb. As soon as the officer approached Joy, they can smell alcohol from this woman's mouth. And they were shocked that her child was in the car. The child that she claims that she loves unconditionally was in the car. So the best way for Joy to show love to her child is to have the child in the car when she is still under the influence of alcohol. The officers were surprised and shocked. They then approached Joyce and they told Joyce that, "Look, we suspect that you are under the influence of alcohol. Joyce said, Holy Ghost fire. No, I am not under the influence of alcohol. No. She probably told them that I am a Christian. We don't drink. She said all sort of things. The officer said, okay, if you say you are not under the influence of alcohol, I have been doing this job for a long time that I can spot from a long distance that the way you are behaving this early morning, this is not normal. The officer then requested for breathalyzer test. Joyce finally agreed to be breathalyzed. The test then showed that Joyce she then scored 58 microgram, and the limit that she was supposed to have is 30. The officer then said, oh, initially you were saying that you're not under the influence. Remember, this is a mom who is studying a course where when you get criminal record, it actually affects your chances of getting a job. So she tested positive. When she went to court, she wanted to dispute it. You know, initially, a lot of people think that when you go to court, they can try to, oh, it was wrong test, or try to discredit the test. So when she went to court in February, this whole incident happened in May last year. They then took Joy to court. When she went to court, her lawyer didn't know what to say. The lawyer probably told her, look, you could be going in for a long time if you do not plead guilty and say, look, I am wrong, I made a mistake. When Joyce then went to court, she then said, look, I made a mistake. I was under a lot of stress being a single mom, stress from university, and my friends came the night before. I was chilling out with them. I drank too much and I got carried away. And the question that a lot of people are asking is that this woman, she could have killed her child. She could have killed her child in the car or cause serious harm to herself. Now, the question that I'm asking is that, do you really think this is the work of the devil? Because a lot of us Africans, everything is the devil. My friend told me that he saw the devil at the bus stop one day. The devil was crying that, oh, everything that's going on in the world, especially Nigerians and Africa, they say it's the devil. I'm tired. Even the things I haven't done, they are saying it's me. They are giving me credit for what I haven't done. The reality is that this woman was then found guilty, and the judge has said because previously she hasn't committed any crime, she is still going to pay. The judge then says she has to pay the fine, and now she's got criminal record. Now, the woman who has worked so hard, who is just on the verge of graduating, there are reports that she was studying medical course. Now she cannot work again. Everything that she has labored for, she's lost it. Some people say she should be lucky because she could have had serious accidents and she and her son, something bad could have happened. So the question I'm asking is that, do you really think this is the work of the devil, or this is the work of ignorance, greed? She could have booked taxi to take her child from her house in Chatham in Kent to the train station. Now, the reality is that this lady now has criminal record and she cannot work with what she has studied. If you know anyone that drives and that drink and drive, kindly ensure that they see this video. One mistake, you can destroy everything that you have worked for all your life. You can destroy it with one mistake. In fact, you may even not live to tell the story. This woman is alive to tell the story today. Something bad could have happened. Share this video with anyone that you know will benefit. Don't forget to support what we're trying to do by liking the video, share, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. As soon as we have more updates,